Hey, good morning, guys, and happy, what day is it now? Oh, Wednesday. So I will be going over day 3 of your learning packet. I will have to warn you, this is gonna get like heavier and heavier as the week goes by, because by Friday they expect you to have like a completed essay for the writing portion. But if you're following along with me on here, it's going to get just easy because we're doing a lot of it together, and a lot of it should be a refresher when we did the argumentative writing portion of it. I do want to kind of like mention that give it your best shot. Trying is better than turning in a blank packet, and especially when I'm offering all this help online. And if you do need extra help and you have access to a computer, we could also use this program called Zoom, where we can talk to each other and interact, and I can answer any of your questions in person, or you can add questions in Google Classroom or email me. Like I said, I'm pretty good at responding right away. Just kind of an update on how it's going on my end. Mr. Beard and I have been looking for toilet paper. It's funny because yesterday we had gone to the store and he grabbed like this big old thing of paper, and he's like, we got toilet paper. And then we get home and we find out that it's paper towels and not toilet paper. So yeah, still on the hunt. All right, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. So for the reading portion, it says that you once again are going to be doing your independent reading. As mentioned before, you have the link to Epic and any online sources. It also asks you to reread sources 1, 2, and 3, which you can definitely do on your own time, or you can go look back at day 1 and 2 because I read both the articles for you on day 1 and 2. So let's go ahead and get into the writing part, because that's the part where it's going to be the heaviest. And it's actually kind of an easy day today compared to how it's going to be tomorrow. All right, so take away the fact that I said the heaviest and transfer that to tomorrow. So for day 3, it says complete the attached constructed response questions based on ELA sources 1, 2, and 3, and then reread and revise your article, thesis, controlling statement if necessary, which our thesis and controlling statement is written. It looks fabulous, and since we wrote it together, you don't have to worry about going back to look at that. So let's go ahead and look at these constructed response questions. I'm going to read them through with you and then kind of explain some of the words that they use, because maybe you haven't heard the word before. All right, so let's go ahead and make our way through the constructed response questions. Let's take a look at question number 1. It says, Kaylin is writing a report about invasive plant species. She would like to include a paragraph with general facts about invasive plants. What is the best source for Kaylin to use for her paragraph? So remember, you have to kind of think back to the 3 sources that we read and ask yourself, which one of them just has general facts about invasive plants? Maybe one that's just listed or has bullets on it. I'm pretty sure I just gave you the answer if you look back at your sources. Then we have number 2. Kaylin wants to include information from sources but does not want to plagiarize the author's ideas. Read the following paragraph from Kaylin's report. Invasive plant species wreak major havoc on an area's natural ecosystem. According to the United States Department of Agriculture, invasive plants may cause damage to land, increase the risk of fires, and damage streets and buildings. An example is the yellow star thistle. The yellow star thistle is one of Yosemite's most aggressive invasive plants. However, with successful treatments of herbicides and mowing, the problem is slowly getting under control. Select the sentence from the paragraph that is plagiarized. So if you do not know what plagiarize means, plagiarize means when someone takes somebody else's work and passes it as their own. So basically what she did is she copied a sentence from one of the sources and didn't put it in quotes. And if you look at that paragraph, nothing's in quotes. So you have to go through this and try to find which one did she copy from one of the sources. So it has to be word for word exactly the same. And she's pretending like those are her own words. So these are the 4 options that they give you. So you have to go back into the sources and see which one did she copy word for word, okay? So that's questions 1 through 2. And let's go ahead and hit that last question. So for the last question, it says, Kaylin's report claims that invasive plant species cost the public lots of money. Write 3 pieces of evidence from the sources that support Kaylin's claim. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna find 3 quotes from the sources. And remember, because This is somebody else's words. You're always going to have to start with according to the text, comma, open quotes. Make sure you close them once you've quoted. And then you can go ahead and write it down right there. That if we do this, that means that we're not plagiarizing because we're giving the author credit by saying according to the text. Okay, so once again, we are looking for evidence that supports her claim that invasive plant species cost the public lots of money. And so you need to have 3 of them. So you have to go back into your sources and find those. All right, guys, I hope that was helpful. Once again, you know, all the help is in Google Classroom. If you need extra help, you know, put a comment in Google Classroom or send me an email. It's beardm@bcsd.com, but Google's like your best bet in how to get a hold of me. And then I also made sure to convert all the videos onto a YouTube video so that you can access them from anywhere. Because like I said, I noticed a few of you were probably like on Google using like your parents' phone or a friend's account, and so it would block you when you tried to watch the videos. So by transferring them over to YouTube, now you have access to them no matter whose account or whose computer you're on, okay? So all of that stuff, once again, is in Google Classroom.